is Jo. I trust that you're doing well, that the full moon didn't knock you too far off balance, that you found it mostly to be positive, you're managing. This is going to be an energy report or update for the week. So this will be starting on Monday the 16th of September, lasting for 7 days, or thereabouts, because as you know, time is just an illusion. So if you happen to be watching this video months down the line and it makes sense for you, take the messages that resonate. You've seen it exactly when you needed to, and it's meant for you. So I'm going to be using some cards and channeling, and I've got some crystals here again as well. The cards that I'm going to be using are Doreen Virtue and Grant Virtue's cards, the Angel of Abundance Oracle cards. It's going to be a very interesting week this week because Saturn is finally going to be stationing direct. Saturn is the ruler of authority, of government, of rules. So it can be when Saturn is kind of going through stuff, it can be reflected in the wider world, like on a global level. But for me, I've felt this quite personally, and it's because I think I'm a Capricorn. But I also feel like a lot of people have been feeling this on a personal level too. And so when Saturn has been retrograde, we're asked to review what authority is to us. Who is the boss of us, and why are they the boss of us, and why are we doing this? Why are we following this rule? Should I still do that? What do I want to do? Now the shift to 5D is all about finding your own personal power. As a soul, you are a spark of the divine, you're a spark of God, the universe, the source, whatever you want to call it. So, you know, you are the master of your own destiny. And the 3D tries to tell you that you're small, you're powerless, and you have to do as you're told, and you have to be controlled, and you have to fit in. 5D wants you to be free, wants you to find your own power, wants you to be abundant and expansive. And so I find it very interesting, this Saturn retrograde. But as Saturn is about to station direct, things are going to start to move forwards again. And this is why people have been pushed lately to make those changes in their lives that perhaps they're scared to. Ending something, finishing something up. They've kind of been through the review process, and now it's time to have made that decision and to start acting upon it. I think sometimes a lot of people can resist big changes like that, and when Saturn's involved, they are big changes. Either big because the situation that you've been in has lasted for a long time, or big because it's going to make a massive impact on your life, changing how your life looks, or both. However, as the 3D crumbles, as you shift out of the 3D, change like that is to be expected. You will not resonate with things that you have resonated with in the past any longer. Your soul will tell you what to do and will guide you, and your mind, where it's still kind of tapped into that 3D, will go, well, you can't do that. But what about this? How are you going to do it? All of those questions are part of the illusion of 3D, and so you really have to trust your soul. Your mind may say, well, you can't do this without doing that, and you have to finish this off before you can move on to that. Doesn't work that way. You create the reality that you want, and so what you need to be thinking of is, what does my soul tell me to do next? And you need to do it. Don't wait. Don't feel like you're going to be leaving anybody in the lurch. Don't feel like there can be a lot of guilt, and that is another manipulation of the 3D. So don't worry about any of that, because you will be doing all the other souls involved a favour, because you will be freeing them up from the 3D too. You will be giving them the chance to take some responsibility for themselves, to clear up things for themselves, to find the path that is actually true for them, instead of keeping them stuck on a path that is not theirs. It's not yours, it's not theirs. If you're staying in a job that your heart tells you you shouldn't be in anymore, not only are you missing out on where you could be going, but also the people who are meant to be coming into that job where you're leaving, and it's their destiny, you're blocking their destiny. So you have to do what your soul is telling you, and it has to be you. You cannot wait, because you are this powerful being who has come down here in order to create this change. So you have to go first. Don't wait for somebody else to do it for you. Don't wait to be pushed. You have your intuitive knowing for a reason, and 5D is all about trusting and following that, even when it makes no sense, even when your 3D logical mind puts all these stupid barriers in the way. Your job is to make those changes, and to make them now. So I'm going to take some cards now based around this theme. Let's see what comes out. As you make these changes, make the decision, and do something about it, that will heal the situation immediately. Sometimes the healing cannot start until you have taken that leap of faith. And it's only once you've taken that leap of faith that everything else can start to fall into place. So if you're waiting for something to happen, saying, well, if this happens, then I can go. No, it will not happen until you've made that decision and taken some action in that direction. So say, for example, there's a course that you really want to take, and it's like, well, you know, I don't know how I'm going to find the time to do it. Don't know where the money's going to come from. You can't think like that, because if your heart is telling you that you need to go and do this course, that you really feel that you want to do it, like it brings you joy to feel like you could go and do this course, take the step, put the deposit down, sign up, register, and then all of the things that your mind is questioning, everything will fall into place. The universe will support you. Your soul will support you by sending you the people to help you, sending you the abundance. So don't wait. You need to go and do it now. Okay, first card, employment change. So I'm going to read the little description on the bottom, but as you know, some different messages come through depending on what the energy is on that day for me. So I'll read through and then I'll go through what I'm picking up for this. So your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You are being supported each step of the way. I love how that is exactly confirming what I just channeled through for you. It's amazing. I love the way that it works. So whether this is a change in a career for you, or perhaps it's a sign that you need to start to work on your spiritual path, your spiritual mission, either situation, this is telling you that you need to do it. And sometimes your spiritual mission may be revolved around a family situation, creating change around a family situation, or a home situation, a relationship situation. So try to think outside the box rather than just thinking of a job. Okay? So the image here is of a horse galloping forwards, and there's like this beautiful lady kind of relaxing on the horse. And so what this suggests to me is very much the same as what I was just saying. Your soul is this horse. It's galloping forwards. It knows what to do. So you can just relax on the back of this knowing and allow your soul to carry you through. You feel pain, you feel fear, you can feel kind of in this torturous energy when you hold back. If you imagine this galloping horse, if somebody tries to pull the reins back, what happens? Well, the whole head comes back. The poor horse is like yanked. Painful, it's shocking, it's surprising. Why are you holding yourself back? If it's because of fear, don't hold back. Do something about the fear. Do some energy healing on yourself. Work with your crystals. Work with the violet flame. Heal yourself of the fears. Don't stop yourself from doing what your soul wants you to do for the sake of the fears. Get rid of the fears. Loosen yourself. Free yourself from those fears. Ooh, this is interesting because this came up in the full moon reading. Next card is release jealousy. Release jealousy. Interesting. So jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something, and the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's successes inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. One of my favourite things to tell people is, if you're jealous, good. That's fantastic because it shows you what you want. So whenever you feel jealous, that is what you want. Whatever that person has, whatever you're jealous of, that's what you want. Go after it, because it's another way that your soul is telling you, come on, we need to do something now. The picture in this card is, well, obviously it's a very angelic card, but there's something about the image that's coming through that I just want to tune into and talk about a little bit. So these wings are kind of iridescent and rainbow-like. And it's very interesting because as I was shuffling the cards, I was very drawn to the rainbows which are on the back. So the rainbows are coming up again for me. So for me, rainbows are all about healing. That full spectrum of colour contains all the possible healing that you could ever need. So I feel that this week is going to be a very, very healing week. Quite restorative. So if you have been feeling depleted, this week will give you the opportunity to restore yourself, restore your energy levels, and restore your faith. So perhaps as you start to listen to that voice that's telling you, you need to do this, you need to leave, you need to let go. As you start to listen and actually pay attention and believe that it's credible, believe that it's possible, as you start to focus on what you really do want at a soul level, allow yourself to admit that truth. That brings healing for your soul, and that brings healing of those fears that have been holding you back. So for me, what these two cards are telling me together is that you've got to get really honest with yourself this week. There is no more time for messing around. There is no more time for indecision. Listen to what your soul wants you to do and start listening. Be true to yourself. Focus on what is your truth, not what society tells you, not what the media tells you, not what your best mate tells you, not what your family tell you. What's the truth for you? Some people might not like it. And you know, the right people for you will respect your truth. Whether they like it or not, they will respect you. And so that can be an indication where perhaps you've got some people who might be a little bit jealous, who will try to make little digs about, you know, any choices that you're making. So if you feel like other people might not understand, or there might be some backlash from people, don't tell them. Just go quietly about doing what you're doing. Just trust that you're doing the right thing. There's no need to tell anybody else. They'll find out when the time is right for them to find out. From my own point of view, this is one of the things that I do a lot. I just go about doing what I want to do. I don't bother to tell anybody, because in the past when I have, they've made me doubt myself. They have, talked me out of doing things, instilled fear in me. It made me think I was doing the wrong thing, so I just don't tell anybody. I just go and do it. So I hope those messages resonate there. That felt very, very powerful. The last card is block out distractions, which fits in really nicely with what I was just saying. Don't let anybody try to distract you. 3D will try and distract you. It's very clever. It's very manipulative. It'll try and distract you in any number of ways. Pay no attention. Focus on what your heart and soul is telling you to do. Focus on your intuition and just do it. No matter what fears come up, you can deal with them. No matter what anybody else might think later down the line when they find out, doesn't matter. Like I said before, you do your thing. Other people will start to do their thing. You'll free them to follow their own path as you follow yours, and the right people for you will join you on that path. The ones that need to follow a different direction will go in that different direction. So your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. I love it. You already know that what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly block them out. This just reminds you of your mission. You're not here to toe the line with the 3D. You're here to change it. You're here to overthrow that whole rubbish system. You're here to claim back your freedom, and you're doing that on behalf of the planet. This is a mission that your soul has chosen to take. So why are you letting fear hold you back? Because fear is the very thing that your soul has come here to get rid of. So remember that, please. It's really, really important that you remember that, and that you realise you are so powerful. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm going to take one last card. Crystal card this time. Crystal Therapy Cards by Nikki Thompson Guest. One last card, and then I've got something to show you. Who's that one? Okay, Smoky Quartz. Really good grounding crystal. So as fears come up, we can become ungrounded because our mind starts whirring with thoughts. It's really important that you stay grounded. Taking walks out in nature. You can work with crystals like this. A smoky quartz crystal will help you. Other black and brown crystals can help you as well. So hold them, wear them, put them in your pocket, put them by your feet while you're sitting, or by your feet underneath the bed while you're asleep, to keep yourself grounded, to keep yourself out of fear. The fear is what destabilizes you. Okay, so keep yourself as stable as possible and follow what your soul is wanting you to do. The last thing before I go is I want to show you my rose quartz Buddha. She's called Rosa, and she very much wanted to appear in this message for you today. So rose quartz is the crystal. Another crystal, as well as the smoky quartz, is another crystal that I would recommend that you keep with you for this week. So she's got a very heart-based energy, and the heart is the seat of your soul. It's where our kind of soul connects in the physical. And so that's where we have our intuitive knowing as well. So focus on what your heart wants this week. Use rose quartz to help you to focus on listening to your soul, to listen to your intuition, so that you can do what you've come here to do. So you can have a small piece of rose quartz. You can keep it in your pocket. Some people like to put them in their bras. You can wear it on a necklace, or you can just hold a small tumblestone by your heart and tune into what your heart wants you to do, because that's why you've come here, to bring down your soul wisdom to help this planet. So I hope that's been useful for you. If you've enjoyed the reading, please like and share and subscribe. There are links below where you can see all the other different types of things that I do for my work. You can find out more about my personal readings, healings, and my other crystal work and events. So have a look at the links below, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.